Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I'm going to entitle this video, I'm Scared. And I'm going to tell you why. I couldn't believe that they overturned Roe versus Wade. It's like, really? So what's going to be next? Slavery? Is that coming back too? You know, this is where I stand. No one has the right to tell a woman, especially a man, what she can do and not do with her body. You know, because the argument's supposed to be this. Well, you know, that's a human life too, and you don't have the right to take it. When it's not about that, because if it was seriously about that, I'm like, well, I can understand that. Now, I don't agree because situations vary from person to person. But that's not the argument. They want you to believe that when the truth is, it's all about power. It's all about having the power over a group of people, and you tell them what they can do and what they can't do. And it got shit to do with. You're killing human life. Because if you felt that way, how about us abolishing war today? Because a lot of our servicemen and women go to another country for a frivolous beef or a lie. You know, because what started, I think, the Vietnam War was the United States Intelligence Department said this. The Vietnam people bombed one of our ships over their way was close. That's the declarations to go to war. When in actuality, that never took place. That was a lie. We got into the Vietnam War because of a lie. And that is a lie as far as what we are supposed to believe, when the truth is it's about control. You know, they want to take control away from you. You know, and it's so sad because I'm like, and I thought about this the other day, and this might sound weird when I say this. I'm glad I'm the age that I am, and most likely I'll probably be dead within 10 years, probably 5, you know. And some people, how you know that? I got a good feeling, and I'm going to leave it at that. I won't have a problem when that time comes because I no longer want to be a part of the world that I see today. Now, I'm not suicidal or crazy, so I just thought I'd mention that. But I don't like what I see on a daily basis. I don't like the fact that I see grown-ass men stand around another man's house for almost 8 hours with shit to do, and they think this is normal. You know? I don't understand or like that people that live 3 blocks away think they can take their dog out of their yard, walk them way down here, shit in my yard. They think that that's okay. And half these people have no intentions on picking it up. You know, the guy that I caught in my yard and I gave his ass a tongue lasher, I'm going to get it up. Let me go home and get a bag. Why don't you have a bag with you? See, because your intentions were not to pick up the shit. It was to just walk away. But you got called out. I'm like, man, nobody uses the alley. The garbage men don't use it. Nobody else uses it. You're a man with a dog. Take your ass in the alley. You know, I can understand the women not walking in the alley because for security reasons, it's quite obvious. But you're a grown-ass, this dude about 6 feet tall, grown-ass, scary man, won't walk in the alley. But yet you're going to come to somebody else's house and drop loads and won't pick it up unless you're told to pick it up and think it's the norm. So I'm glad that my time here is almost over because it's just getting ridiculous. I know as time passes, things change and some of the changes are not good and you don't like. And you can live with them. But this, we're going to change this. And it's going to be up to us to decide if you can have, you know, get rid of this child. And then the killer, because I'm like, I can almost understand if the issue was, well, you're killing a life. And they want to preserve life because you don't have the right to choose whether a baby lives or dies. But in the real world, you sometimes forced to make those decisions. But the part that really took me over the top was, even if you rape, you still can't have an abortion. Really? So now this woman has to raise a rape baby, and when the baby get old enough to realize how he got here, he's going to have mental issues, some kind of issues. My daddy didn't know my mother. He raped her, you know, and now my mother's struggling with me, you know. We can assume that a child under those circumstances, and not all, some people come from unbelievable adversities and still grow up to be mentally right and productive. But just adding that to that child's life resume. Well, when I was born, My daddy raped my mama, who he didn't even know, and she was forced to raise me because a group of guys, men, and a few women, I think the women voted against it, and Black Rose decided that we're going to tell you how to do this, you know? Because I'm like, I guess in the perfect world, okay, fine, we can't have these babies. So when these babies show up, we give it to the people that voted against abortions, okay? You want to raise them? Hey, here you go, you know? I mean, I don't know what to say. You know, I never thought I would see this day again, because 50 years ago it was against the law, now it's again. And all what's going to happen is the poor women, and that's what's going to have has the most impact, poor women. You know, the rich women going to be able to jump in a plane, fly to the other state, get it taken care of, and come back, you know. But in a perfect world, our argument or focus would be this. Okay, let's work on preventing unwanted pregnancies. Okay, let's work on that to minimize it. Now, you can't do nothing about rape, you know, because you're not foreseeing that. You don't know when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen. You're able to fight off a grown man, you know, and you're scared, you're terrified. You know if this guy's going to try to kill you. But it's messed up. And I find it interesting, one of my dear friends, because I'm like, you find yourself saying, I'm going to have certain conversations with certain people because you know where they stand. And this one particular person, she believes in what just took place, the overturn of it. Well, they shouldn't be killing life. Even if the woman was raped, even because that's the life too. I said, I find that interesting that you're on this side of the fence. When you weren't on that side of the fence 20, 30 years ago, you had an abortion. So now the rules changed since they won't apply to you. You know, we can't be hypocritical. You know, I know some people are going to be against it, and some people going to be for it. And most likely what I'm going to end up doing is disabling the comment because I'm not going to spend a couple of days going back and forth with people on their views on this. You know, I respect yours, just respect mine. This is just my opinion. Doesn't mean that it has to be right or etched in stone that we do it this way. So for that reason, I'm going to disable this comment because I don't have time to go back and forth with people on this. You know, you stand where you stand on it. I stand where I stand on it. You know, I don't think nobody got the right to tell a woman, this is what you should do. And it doesn't affect them in no way. But it will affect them with this overturn because if these women are not able to get the proper care and get this resolved how they need it to be resolved, now you're going to have a bunch of kids here that shouldn't be here. A lot of angry people because I think I would be quite angry if my daddy was a rapist, you know? Now walking around with these issues and causing a lot of problems. Because, I mean, we already have more than enough people on this planet. We don't need any more. You know? We don't. So I'm going to sign off now. I just thought I would give you guys my opinion on this whole overturn. Because like somebody said, all this is about is control. It's not about the issue at hand. And if they can take this away, now they're going to start working on taking away gay marriages. They're going to start trying to take away biracial marriages and a whole lot of other things that you should be entitled to as a human being. You know, long before you are an American citizen, you are a human being. And I'm going to say this and then I'm going to leave. I remember when I was a kid watching the news. And I watched the things that go on in other countries. And I said to myself, I feel sorry for those people. I thank God I live in a country that don't think that way. But now the way that I feel like I'm watching that country unfold now, but it's our country. You know, we had a group of people that was trying to overturn the presidency because a man lied about he was cheated out the election, which was just insane. And all these people showed up at the Capitol per his request to try to kill the vice president. Now, this is what, in the 2000s. This is not 1945. And attempting to find the vice president because he, thank God, did the right thing, drag him out and hang him. Tell me I'm dreaming. Tell me I'm going to wake up tomorrow and it won't be as fucked up as it is. Because it's fucked up right now. It's real fucked up now. Till next time, take care. Thanks for watching.